Welcome back to another week. This week we have the very special 2024 Kia EV9 Land with the GT-Line package. So this is as fully loaded as the Kia EV9 comes here in Canada. It's about $81,000 as tested at, this is at least the ballpark price, the one that I have, which is very cool. 379 horsepower about, and yeah, three-row SUV. First one, or one of the first ones that are like relatively in the consumer range, I want to say, but this thing looks really, really cool. Let's take a little walk around. Coming to the front, you can see like we've got really nice daytime LEDs. I haven't played with it yet, but we will play with it throughout the week. I think like I can do like a little animation. I'm not sure if you have to pay extra for that. That's something I have to look up. We got parking sensors, front-facing camera. Onto the side, you can see we have door handles that kind of pop in and pop out. Really cool. We have, you know, nice aero wheels going on there. I'll kind of zoom back so you can really see it. I like how the windows are nice and tinted in the back. Looks very cool. Very cool stance. It's quite a big electric SUV. Probably the biggest one I've ever driven so far. Or actually, no, that's not true. I drove the Lightning's quite big. But this is the first three-row SUV that I've ever driven that's electric. Really cool. You got these tail lights here. Very nice looking, very futuristic looking. Of course, no exhaust. This is fully electric. And you can see we have the GT-Line badge. So this is the GT-Line, which I don't believe adds any horsepower. I think it just adds like sporty elements. So there we go. Automatic tailgate, of course. We have the third row as well. A little bit of storage here under the trunk, as well as a automatic folding third row, which is really cool too, which is going to give us plenty of room. The headrest actually folds down by itself, which is fantastic. We like that. No problem there, and it can come right back up just as fast as it goes. But it won't, the headrest, you actually have to pull it back up, but no big deal. But yeah, so I think it looks really cool. I really do. I'm so far a really big fan of it. Let's hop in. I'm going to put you on my windshield, and I'll give you my first impressions of what it's like to drive. Let's go. Okay, so driving slowly out of this parking lot right now. Got about 81% battery, and I have, that kind of equates to 371 kilometers. I've got iPedal on. I do have the AC on because it is, well, it's pretty warm outside. Actually, it's like 18 degrees Celsius, so that's pretty cool. I've got my massage seat on, so like I'm sitting here waiting to join traffic, and I'm getting a full body massage as well as driving with one foot. I mean, it couldn't get any easier than this, right? Like this is fantastic. And the ride quality already, like I can tell you, is so nice, so easy to get adapted to. Not to mention just about every single person that drives by this car is glued. Their eyes are glued to it because, well, there's just not a lot of like it on the road. In fact, there's nothing like it on the road right now. I've seen maybe one or two. I can't tell if it was the same one because they were both white. So we'll say, for the sake of it, we'll say I've seen two other Kia EV9s out on the road in public that weren't like dealerships or anything like that. It was like an actual ode. It was a registered Quebec plate and everything. So yeah, you don't see very many of them yet, but I think you will. Do I think people are going to buy this full Land version that I have, like with all the beams, all the bells and whistles? I think those ones are going to be rare. But I think the lower trims, because you still get the three-row, no matter what trim you go with, you still get three-row, you still get all this space, you still get all this cool, you get this nice steering wheel, you get these screens, you know, maybe you don't have ventilated seating and stuff like that, but that's not really at the top of most people's lists. So that's kind of the important thing. And that's also the cool thing, is that I think these things will sell. I think we'll see quite a bit of them, because I think people that want to go EV, at least for until now, people that wanted to go EV, they're like, well, you know, most EVs don't have the space I need or whatever still. Well, there you go. Kia's kind of almost solved that problem and done it in like a really, really stylish way. Like this is from the ground up, brand new everything. And it's just really, really nice, as my back is getting like a bubble punched into it right now. Will I use this? I think on road trips this would be cool, the massage feature, but I don't think I'm going to use it much this week. Maybe. I'm sure my wife will. That's probably for sure. She kind of enjoys the finer things when she's sitting in the passenger seat, but me, I don't know. I think we're good. I think I'm gonna turn that off. I also have settings. I have to play with those. I'll take you through like all of this car and everything that it has to offer us. You know, we'll test out sport mode, things like that. And you know, this is kind of just the intro to tell you what my first impressions are. But yeah, handling's really good. I'm just so comfortable in this car or in this SUV. it's just like, wow, they've really done it. And like, this car has been nominated for every award, almost won all the awards last year in 23 or 24, whichever one they did the testing for. It's won almost everything it's been nominated for, and you can clearly tell it when you step in here. The price for the amount and the premium feel that you get, it speaks volumes. To me anyways, and I just think they have an excellent package here. They're onto something, Kia. You're onto something. And like, already, I'm just, I was just filming, you saw the outside thing. Already somebody's coming up and saying, that's a Kia. That's a Kia. Yes, sir, it is a Kia. And I'm proud to say it because they've really done something cool here. I can't wait to show you this, so stay tuned. Let's get to the rest of the week. We'll test performance and everything because I got a truck in front of me and I'm on the public road, so I can't do that. But later on in the week, we'll find some space and we'll rip the Kia EV9 for you. So stay tuned for all that. It's coming up. We've got a cool week ahead of us. Let's go. So charging via the wall outlet with the Kia EV9, you can say I'm at 370 kilometers, so it is like the last 20%. So usually EV batteries are like slow at that point, but 39 hours is crazy. You can see I'm getting 0.7 kilowatts because, like, I'll show you, I am using this guy right here. It's just plugged into here, which I should have backed up the car, but I didn't. I completely forgot where the charging port was, and this is where it's plugged in. So yeah, definitely not, the car is definitely not going to sit for 39 hours. So if I remember tomorrow morning, I'll try to check just how much range we get back. All right, so let's see. I just unplugged it. Let's hop in here. Oh, let's see what we're working with. So boom, close this, start up. So it was about like 79% last night. Now I'm at 81% and 369 kilometers. So I gained like 10, maybe not even. I've checked the footage and see how much I really gained, but I don't think we gained that much from just using the wall outlet. But I'm going to charge with a quick charger later on today, and we'll see, or like not a quick charger, but like an actual charger, and we'll see if I can get it up to 100 in like 2 hours or so. So let's see, let's go. So I've charged it to 100%. I've got 479. It was just at 480, but it did dip a little bit. I have the AC on right now. But yeah, so 479 kilometers on a full charge. We're so close to that 500 mark. I think it's important to get there because I feel like you want to be close to the gas car's range. We're getting there. We're getting there. 100%, 479 kilometers. Not bad. Kia EV9. Okay, another day with the Kia EV9. Let's show you the interior. So you can see a massive front door. I have a Meridian sound system here. All of my seat controls, heating wise and stuff like that, is all right here on the door. I also have a massage setting, which is very nice, and 2 memory seat settings. Very cool. I like this mesh here. It's very nice. Let's actually hop in. Very heavy door. Very heavy, high quality feeling door. You can also see how big our mirrors are in the back there. Then right here on my left hand side, I have the charging port opening, the frunk, the rear traction control off, which I will not be doing because it's crazy. I have a heads up display, which is really nice. I've got like these 2 screens here. They're absolutely massive, and I believe these screens are massive like this across the board. So if you like it here on my fully loaded trim, I'm pretty sure you can get them on every single trim of the Kia EV9, which is very excellent. Then we can take a look at our gauge cluster here, where I have some settings. I don't have very much, or I don't have very much in terms of customizability, but I don't really care that much because it's, really I just keep it here because this is where my speed is, this is where my battery is, battery level's down there, the regen level's down there as well. So really you don't need much else, so that's good. What else do we have here? We can see tire pressure, different stuff like that. You can see our since last recharge, what we've been doing, range guide, different stuff like that. It will change when I put it myself so in sport, and you can see the kilometers drop when you do this as well. And then if I put it in my drive, I basically have it set so that I have the steering wheel stiff, but everything else kind of in normal. And then you have eco mode, it's going to change again, and that's what normal mode looks like. So you see that. Steering wheel overall looks fantastic. One of my favorite steering wheels for an EV so far, actually. I love how everything's laid out. Feels very good in the hand. It's like it's not a perfect circle. It's hard to explain. And it's also not like a D shape. It's I don't even know what you call this shape, but it's fantastic. It's ergonomic. It feels good. It feels really premium, which you love. So I like this design. Great job, Kia, there. I love that the Kia emblem is also lit up at night. I'll show you that a little bit later. I've got this is where you actually start and stop the vehicle. Then I've got my, gear selector here, just like we see on a lot of the EVs that come out of Hyundai or Kia. So that's really cool too. Drive mode and terrain mode. I do have a couple of terrain mode. I have snow, mud, and sand, so perfect for that too. Then we move over to another big screen. This is actually all usable. It's all HVAC controls, which is very nice. We love to have them. And I can also control the rear from here. Then I have like this super snappy screen. The infotainment does look a little bit upgraded, which is really fantastic as well. I think, you know, there's some things, it looks a lot different. It doesn't look the same as like the Kia EV6's infotainment, stuff like that. So that's very nice to see. I love the update. We got wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, all that great stuff. Or you could have wired too. That's usually what I go with. But you can see I have like a bunch of vehicle settings. I can change like my welcome lights. I can change the ambient lighting in here. I can go into EV mode. I've got built-in navigation. There's so much in this infotainment that I could probably waste a whole video doing it. I can change my cluster. Basically everything you need to do is right here in this infotainment, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I love the speed of it. You can't go wrong at all. So move a little bit lower if you don't like having to use the infotainment for the climate controls up there, right there. Then you can kind of have some quick stuff down here, temperature stuff, fan speed, and the modes, which is very useful. Also have a nice volume control, and then we have kind of like these haptic feedback buttons there, which I don't hate. You know, at least they're trying to put some buttons in, and they kind of listen to, you know, us, the audience, saying like, okay, let's put more buttons in cars, and they've kind of tried to do that, so that's nice. Then we go a little bit lower where you have your USB-C stuff here. You can either tell it to just charge or connect to the car or whatever you want to do. You can do that there. We have a whole bunch of storage right out here, which is very nice. A little bit of cup holders there. It's that push thing where you can kind of make them disappear if you don't need them anymore. Very nice to have. And then this guy can kind of come over and kind of be seamless. I like that. There's no space here, but there is like a divider so that stuff can't slide around right down there, which is really good. Then we have like a fingerprint scanner, which is more for drive settings, seat settings, and stuff like that, other than for security. But I feel like they could eventually update stuff and allow us to have some security feature built in, which is really cool. 360-degree camera. If I press that, I get a render of the vehicle, which is super nice to have. We like that. It's very cool. I got a wireless charging pad right over here, a little bit of storage in here, and there's a bunch of storage underneath, which is really nice. Then we have these really nice mesh headrests that are very nice. GT-Line right here on like the kind of white interior seats that we love. They're super nice, really comfortable. My seats here are heated and ventilated. And then, like I said, I have a massager function on my side, which is really nice. So there you go. That's kind of the interior. I'll show you it at night and stuff like that. And if I find any other cool stuff, we'll pick it back up then. Okay, so we are back outside with the 2024 Kia EV9 nighttime. I really want to show you these headlights in all their glory. You can see like this pixelated thing. It has like an animation when I unlock it. It's really cool. You can kind of choose, like I told you. It's just really well lit up. Looks absolutely fantastic. We're gonna hop in the interior in a second. You can check out how that blue looks at nighttime. Really nice too. Coming around the back again, really nice tail lights. This thing just stands out. Day or night, this thing stands out. Looks really fantastic. Let's peek in the back seat because the ambient lighting with my trim actually goes around the whole thing. So you can see it's right there. You could actually choose these colors as well. You could have them related to the drive mode as well. You could see where it is. It doesn't go all the way back to the third row, but it does continue to the second row, so that's very nice. So let's hop up front. I've already shown you some of it, so let's go and hop up front here. Check this out. Look at this. So two-tone right here, really nice. Oh my goodness, it's right there. And my favorite part, my absolute favorite part, is the fact that this Kia logo lights up at nighttime. In the daytime, it looks like nice, you know, the nice standard silver Kia logo that we're used to seeing, but at nighttime it is illuminated. We absolutely love that. Then you can see I have this red on the top, blue on the bottom. That is my favorite like configuration. There's a whole bunch that you can do, but yeah, red and blue are my favorites so far, and it just looks so fantastic at nighttime. Like if I pan around here, you can see, and then it just continues in the back. It looks one of the best looking nighttime interiors that I've seen this year. This is really shaping up to be my favorite SUV I've ever driven. It's like almost not even close. All right, I'll pick it back up a little bit later. All right, we're approaching our final day, but I really want to show you the back seat of this thing. So let's hop in the back seat here. Step right up, step right in. This is the Kia EV9 back seat. So first of all, I am very comfortable in my seat. I've got heated and ventilated seats for the captain's chairs. Baby seat fits very nicely. You can see here. Also have some armrests here. Very nice. The ambient lighting in here is absolutely fantastic. I have this pull-out thing right here that, you know, you can put whatever it is. It's like a tray kind of. It locks into place, or you can use it as endless storage. Very deep. You can push the whole thing back in. Extra cup holders there, which is nice. 2 sunroofs, really cool. I've got my HVAC controls back here for the rear. You can kind of turn it up, turn it on, whatever you want to do. Very nice. I love the 2 sunroofs. I love the design of these headrests too. You can see they're not complicated, but they're very comfortable. Love the design of the seat. As a passenger, I can, move forward and back with the, the passenger seat. Driver, obviously, you can't do that. There is a 3rd row, like I just showed you, but it is folded down right now. But that 3rd row, I do fit in it, and it does recline, stuff like that, and it's very easy to get in because there's actually a button on the seat, either top or bottom, where you can actually have the seat fold forwards all the way, which is fantastic. If I have time, I will show you it. And then this is a little recliner that can kind of come out, and you can kind of rest your feet on it. You can have the seat control do that as well. So yeah, there you go. Really quick tour of the rear. This is a fantastic 3-row. I love it so much. Okay, so the last thing, or one of the things I didn't show you yet, was the front trunk. Initially, I thought it didn't have a front trunk, but I can assure you that we do, because I can go right here. There's also a button for it on the key fob. I can go right here. Actually, no, that's not it. It is right here. There we go. 1, 2 on this. And it should pop it. Oh, whoops. Okay, 3 times. More like 3 times. There you go. You can tell I didn't use this at all this week because, I really know how it opens. But it opens kind of nicely. This is where I found my wall charger as well as the reverse charger should you want or need it. So that's all there. So this is about the amount of space we're working with. More than an Ioniq 5. Probably more than the Ioniq 6 too, so that's good. Really good news. I mean, at least it's there, right? I mean, there's not a lot of space there, but at least it is there, and we like that as well. So, I mean, you're not going to fit too much in here besides this stuff, but it is good for this stuff, so hard to complain there. I like it a lot. Very good. You can see what it looks like while it's kind of open like that. Pretty cool. Looks actually kind of cool like that with the hood open. So yeah, there you go. Pretty cool looking with that open. I like it. I mean, you can use it if you need it, but I don't really see a big use for it other than like putting just the charging cable in there. But it is there, which is nice to have. All right, so I'm just taking my last couple of shots here with the Kia EV9. The sun's finally out. I've lost the sun for like 4 or 5 days, so I figure take it to a nice little parking lot. We're kind of by the freeway, so the cars are kind of loud there, but man, this car just looks fantastic in the sun. Oh boy, it's even dirty right now. Like obviously I'm dropping it off today, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. Ooh, my camera's going everywhere. So I don't know if I'm gonna wash it, but it just looks so good. What a 3-row. What a platform they have. Final walk around here. Yeah. I love the tires too. They're so simple, so basic. They don't stand out, but it just fits the model of it. It just fits like a, this is like if you don't want to buy an SUV or a minivan and you want to have like a soccer mom van, this is as cool as soccer mom vans get, let me tell you. This is one of the coolest things I've driven all year. So I'm going to hop in now, give my final impressions, and yeah, we'll take things from there. Okay, so unfortunately we are at the end of the week. Gonna drop the car back off, end of the day. So let's run some final impressions for the Kia EV9. Yeah, this is, I think I'm going to say it. I think this might be the best SUV that I've driven so far. I mean, this is the best full-size 3-row. When you compare other 3-rows, this one makes the most sense. This one's future-proof. It's got a lot of room. It's got like all the trappings of luxury without necessarily branding itself as a luxury SUV. And there's just nothing like it right now. That's the thing though. That's kind of the caveat, is it is the best for right now, because I wonder what happens when all the other auto manufacturers kind of catch up to what we're trying to do here, or what Kia has done here. They could make it better, they could make it worse. You really never know. But one thing is for sure is that this is such a great place to start, such a bar set high from Kia here. Like the competitions has got to come with some really good stuff. Otherwise, don't even bother showing up, because Kia's got one of the best platforms, I think, that I've seen in an electric vehicle so far. It is probably, on my list of my favorite electric vehicles. Maybe only beaten by the Hyundai Ioniq 6 when you compare just EV for EV. I feel like I like that one just a little bit more, but it's because I don't need SUV room, but it is nice to have. Like if I have, more kids in the future, I'm gonna need SUV room and in that case, the Kia EV9 is gonna come in handy like crazy. So, I really like it for that. The seating is really comfortable. things barely even move around in the cabin unless I'm ripping it around in sport mode. It does have legs. It is really fast. That's fun to do, but that's not where this EV shines. I mean, I think they're maybe going to come out with a full GT and they're really going to do what they did to the Kia EV6, but honestly, they don't need to. They could leave it like this and just refresh it and keep it updated and keep it nice and cool. And they could just keep using this platform because it is that good. And I think this should last them for a couple of years now. I don't see a reason to change it. The one complaint I have is that people still don't really seem excited about it. I mean, I get questions about it and people coming up to me saying, that's a Kia. Really? Like, they're surprised. And it was the same thing when I had the Kia Stinger. People just aren't like, oh, wow. Okay, I know Kia exists. That's the new EV9. People don't know what it is yet. And it's nice because I feel like I see a commercial every single time I watch any type of sports, because it's usually all I watch on cable anyways. It's all over the place, but people still seem to not know what it is. And I don't know if that's a reach problem, because I think on YouTube these cars do relatively well. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because it's a Kia and Kia's still stuck in that kind of people don't know they exist, area for now. I don't know. But hopefully, eventually, the Kia EV9 will wake up the consumer market and realize the Kia is here and they're here to play the game really well. Look, they're not going to be steamrolled by Hyundai, although they're the same company. They're still kind of different things. They're here to stay, they're here to play, and they don't play around at all. It is absolutely wonderful, this SUV. I really can't think of much to complain about. It's hard to think of things that like, oh, I didn't like that, because there's nothing I don't like. There just isn't. I think it's really great. I just think the infrastructure charging wise isn't there yet. Maybe that could be said, but if you have a home charger, it kind of solves 80% of your problems. Road tripping, I'd probably still be anxious about it, but I mean, things are getting better. Especially here in Quebec, things are getting better. We're going to get closer and closer to those, show up, charge for 5 minutes, and then boom, you're at 80%, you're on your way. We will get there one day, but that's a long way in the future. But still, the Kia EV9 is here to stay, I hope, and I love it so much, and I hope you did too. I hope you liked checking it out with me this week. I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next week, see you in the next car. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and take care.